Can I replicate my wife's vision and save us $1,100 by building my own floating shelves? Stay tuned to find out. My wife found this great idea of having plants on floating shelves with grow lights hanging from the bottom of each one, and sent me an image asking if we could make it work in our living room. Once I knew the dimensions she wanted, I started searching online. But when I saw the price tag of around $400 per shelf for a 3-inch tall, 48-inch wide, 12-inch deep unit, I quickly pivoted to building them from scratch. A quick search led me to a video by Everyday Builds using a rabbet-style joint that creates the illusion of a solid wood shelf, and I was sold. Having never built a floating shelf before, I headed to Lowe's and picked up 2x4 studs for the visible frame and 1x12 boards for the top and bottom faces. To get the 2x4s down to 3 inches tall, I started by ripping off the rounded factory edges. Then came the rabbet cuts, and my first mistake. Back when I started this project in November, I tried to get fancy and cut the rabbets using my CMT dado blade, attempting to remove almost a full inch of material in one pass. If you've done this before, you already know the pain. If you haven't, it's slow, brutal, and generates an absurd amount of sawdust. Also, I learned that it is best to remove small amounts of wood at a time. Don't be like me and try removing so much at once. I emptied my 5-gallon bucket twice, just cutting 3 48-inch pieces. I also got the 45-degree miter cuts done to give the shelves a clean, finished look. After spending about 4 hours on those rabbet cuts, life got in the way, and that led to my second mistake. My workshop is in a non-temperature controlled garage, and with the project sitting untouched for about 3 weeks through some extreme cold and low humidity, the wood warped and became completely unusable. I tried sanding down the miter cuts to salvage them, but it was no use. Those pieces became firewood. Fortunately, at about $3 a stud, I hadn't lost much. Then other things kept piling up, and this project sat for 4 months total. But I was still not about to spend $1,100 on shelves, so I made a second attempt. Back at Lowe's for more 2x4s, and this time, with March rolling around, the garage was warming up, which made a big difference. Instead of fighting the dado blade again, I simply raised my table saw blade and made 2 clean cuts that let the 1x12 boards sit perfectly flush with the front face of the 2x4s. It was so much faster that I was able to glue up all 3 sides of all 3 shelves in the same session. I then measured the interior width of each shelf, cut the 1x12 pieces to fit inside the frame, and used a flush trim bit on my router to bring everything perfectly level. Not wanting to risk warping again, I moved the shelves inside the house whenever I had to pause. With the outer frames done, it was time to build the inner brackets. The interior width of the shelves was about 1.5 inches, so I cut the brackets a 1/16 of an inch under to allow them to slide in smoothly.
Look at that. Perfect.
To handle the weight, I used 6-inch flathead structural screws and secured the perpendicular braces with CA glue before driving the screws in. If you're not familiar with CA glue, it's essentially super glue that bonds instantly when you hit it with cyanocrylate, if that's how you say it, activator spray. It's great for holding pieces in position while you fasten them properly. Once the brackets were built, I located the studs in the wall where the shelves would hang. With 48-inch wide shelves, finding 2 studs within the span was easy. I made sure to mark the stud locations on the bracket before adding the support pieces, so I'd have clear access to drive the screws straight into the studs. For the finishing touches, I ran a roundover bit along the edges. Then, sanded with 80 grit followed by 320 grit. To finish, I used Minwax water-based semi-transparent stain in black. It gives a great look while still letting the wood grain show through. Some pyramid paint stands made it easy to get coverage on about 80% of each shelf in the first coat. All in, even with the early mistakes, I spent about $170 total, saving us $930. These shelves turned out better than I expected, and the wait was absolutely worth it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.